How's it going, guys? So, I was able to get an interview with Smokey, the creator of Skibbity Trash Can, and I asked him around like 13 some questions like that, and we're gonna go over them. So, first I asked him, what did you think of Skibbity emerged when you first saw it? And then he said I was amazed of how bad it looked and it felt something was off. And then I asked him, will your series make it to episode 100? He said probably, but it would but it would be cool. Then I asked him, what do you think of episode 8? So I asked him that because Skip It to the Trash Can 8 is my favorite episode. He said episode 8 is it was simple and Titan 07 was there. That's why I like, because it just seems so simple. Then I asked him, will Marcus ever die? If you guys don't know who Marcus is, that's the Mill 01 trash can boss. And he replied with, everyone dies eventually. Now, that's kind of weird because, like, he didn't say yes or no. So I don't really know what that means. Then I said, where is Speaker Woman? If you guys don't know, Speaker Woman is not in the Skip Trash Can verse, so I asked him. He said, missing like the Titans. I don't really know what that means, but I guess. Then I said, when you first made episode 1, did you make it as a joke and then you decided to make it into a series? And then he said, I was going to make it into a series just to animate something. So he's saying that he made episode 1 knowing that he was going to make it into a series. And then I asked him, will there be a secret agent? And he said, there's no secret agent, but there are people hiding in the background. Okay. And then I started asking him some, like, 1 versus character questions. I asked him Titan 07 versus Marcus 1.0. Who will win? He said Titan 07. I kind of expected that. And then I asked him who will win? Titan Microwave Man, Titan 07, and Special Large Speaker Man versus Marcus 2.0. Who will win? Then he said everyone except for Marcus 2.0. So that means everyone will win on that side. Then I asked him, is the human government still alive in your universe? He said ye, which I think that just means yes, so I guess so. Yeah. Then I asked him, will we ever see some type of toilet? He said no. And then I asked him, what is some origins of Microwave Man? And then he said that will be revealed eventually. I was expecting him to say more, but then my favorite question of the day was, who was the guy who was this guy? I meant, like, who was this guy? He appeared in 2 episodes and died. Who was he, and will he ever return? Then he said he was an experiment to test on Titan 07. He won't return. Then the final question was, when is Photocam returning? He said episode 30. I'm surprised he revealed the exact episode, but alright, guys. Bye. And thank you, Smokey, for letting me do this interview with you. Bye, guys.